This will be lesson 11. I'm continuing with refinements in SketchUp, and as you start to drill down into the details, you realize some of the things that you've done quickly may need to be adjusted. For example, it appears what we've modeled in here for the storefront isn't quite enough to get a 3-foot door in there. We don't even have 3 feet in that space, and we come up a little short of the openings. Part of this is due to the fact that we had bad, imperfect drawings to begin with. Let me go into preferences here and use maximum texture size so that we can see a little more clearly the the underlays. If I go and set this to style to X-ray, we can see where we're coming up short. So I may wish to remodel this, or at least at large, somehow adjust this geometry so we have a larger opening for the door. I'm looking at a plan view. The cutting plane is at 4 feet. Let me go back to the top view and let's turn off section cuts so we have, the full amount, the full model. And think about how we can fix this. The easiest thing to do probably would be to move it over to the right and then move this wall that's about perpendicular to the, where the door goes, over to the left. So let's consider that. I'm going to take the move tool. Well, first let's measure, because we may snap to geometry. So from there to there is about 3 7/8. I am going to take this object and move it in that direction, perpendicular, 3 7/8. So now it almost yeah, that's what I want to do. Edit, redo, move. Now, in order to enlarge that space for the door, I'm going to move this geometry by the same distance that I moved that. So watch what I do here. I'm doing it in 3D. You can do this in plan. So I'm going to select a point from which I move. I don't have to do it from here, but on face, outside active, it snaps to the distance I move. On face, outside active, 3 7/8. So that enlarged it about the same size that I moved it across. Let's see what we have now. Yeah, there's a little over 3 feet. Let's turn off oops, X-ray mode and view, component edit, hide rest of model. So we can start to perform changes as we did in the other. Remember, we need a sill of 2 feet. We don't need a sill there. Always pull from an edge. There. Edge. That direction. 2 feet. Let's see what we have for width. 3, 3. So we're really tight for the door frame there. I'm going to pull 1 inch from this side and basically draw a rectangle starting there and push out the door opening. (36, 70, 84). So there's our door opening. Alright, not getting not getting an opening. That means the lines aren't parallel. And that's no good. Let's see. Should have had 6. So I made a mistake when I tried to enlarge the opening. So let's go back to the plan view. Floor with underlay. Close this group. Let's just, it's going to be easier. It's going to be easier to draw it again. Let's go to the model isometric view. Buildings are starting to get in the way now. I'm going to delete that. Floor plan level 1. Update that scene. Buildings are starting to floor plan with underlay. So let's draw an outline. Let's draw a set of lines that are going to represent this. So I'm going to hide the rest of the geometry here, including columns. So I can draw a line, or a series of lines. that direction. Let's make this 3 feet. Nothing's really parallel to anything here. Select those 3 lines and offset them. 6. Let's hide the underlay image so we can see what we're drawing. Oh, we should have offset that as well. Let's try again. Six. Did that give us 3 feet in here? Oh. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to offset the other way. And we're going to have to shrink this down somewhat, somehow. So now we have over 3 feet in there. Let's hide the section planes for now, section cuts. So we're going to have to extrude this to the same height as that. 10 feet. Now I can take my guides. Now I can start with, well, first of all, 1, 2, 3. Make it group. And we need a layer for this. We haven't done that yet, but let's call storefront assembly 2, and put that on that layer. Now when we adjust this, '24, let's give ourselves 2 inches there. Draw the opening for the door. .36, 84. What have I done wrong? Maybe that guide wasn't on the 2 inches. Let's try again. Intersection on face 36, 84. Okay, I think that'll do. There we go. Let's continue with what we said we thought mullions might be. We're on this face. Let's see, 5 inches. And there, 5, 12 from the top. Double click. 5 inches either side here. From the edge. 12 from the top. Intersection. Oh, we've missed something. Maybe that guide. Five. Those colored lines come up when you're not quite, when you're parallel to something other than the red and green axis. So that tells you that you're, there it is. And did we push out the transom on top? Yeah. We need a guide from the top. 12. What did we do from the door? Another 5 maybe. And let's push out. Oh, we need 5 from here. There's happens to coincide with the edge of the door. Last time we just aligned the opening to the edge of the door. Yeah, I suppose we should do that this side as well. $24. 12. 5. 5. I don't have intersections. This could be bad. There it is. Intersection. Intersection. And there's a face, should be good. And that's our storefront assembly number 2. Let's paint it wood. Have the wood grain. Close this group. Put the walls back on so we have a nice looking store. We need windows and doors, but that's a minor point. Okay, so let's save this lesson. Lesson 11, complete storefront. Storefront 2.